Hello, how are you all doing? This is Operation Popcorn, our special hangout. This hangout is dealing with the end of the month. Is for our team only. Usually we have a hangout that we invite everybody to. My name is Coach Armand, and basically I'm talking to you right now from Southern California. And just a few short months ago, I found a team, or reunited myself with a team, and the team that has passion, that's about simple freedom, and freedom could be whatever it is to you. But right now, I'm just going to jump into the meat and potatoes, and then I'll bring out some of our panelists. We're going to look to keep this tight, short, and sweet. But probably about maybe a week or so ago, probably 4 or 5 days ago, what happened is that we have a system, a simple freedom system. And one thing that I was looking at, or that I was seeing being brought up to me, as we always endeavor to keep everything simple, is that I had a team member that was tenaciously going through the information, setting her site up, setting everything up, which is the simple 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. And in the midst of that, I had sent her the GoPro book, which is our manual. GoPro, if you don't have it, definitely go out there and get it. Mine's a little bit worn and beaten, but just know this. I sent her the GoPro, and in sending her the GoPro, she said something to me that made my ears perk up. She read the book in 2 to 3 days, which is phenomenal, and then she told me, you know, Coach, guess what? I realized as I was talking to all of my warm market, meaning people that she knows, that she had said everything the wrong way. And really, let me just let you know out there, you cannot say the wrong thing to the right person, and you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. So first off, know that, and everything is a learning lesson. But it was unique because I can see she was getting a handle of what was going on and recognized, because of GoPro, how she could do it effectively. Now, I thought about that, and I thought about the average individual that might take a week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks to go through this. And I kind of sat by, and I think it was a Saturday. I was doing some value hustling. I was like, man, how can we, stop the lag time? Lag time is simply meaning how long does it take somebody to come in your business, and how long can they get the information so that they can go out there and talk to whoever it is, their friends and family. 9 times out of 10 are the people that they're going to talk to. So what happened is amidst me doing some value hustling, or doing some hustling, Facebook hustling, should I say, what happened is I was listening to some training, and I received that answer. I would like to tell you that I was on the mountain in Costa Rica, and some information hit me across the head, and I got an instant download. But no, that was not the case. I was just in my office. And what really happened is I got some information. As a matter of fact, I've got some notes here. What we've done is we put this information in there for you. It's in our D3 Operation Popcorn group. And once you scroll in there, simply look at this video. I'm going to show you where to go. I'm not going to train you on it. I'm going to have you take yourself there and train yourself. And if for some reason you don't have access to Operation Popcorn, just get with whoever gave this to you. They'll get that information to you. If for some way you snuck on here and somebody snuck you on here because this was only for the team, well, then we consider you team. Make sure you get back with whoever brought you here and get started with them. Get started with the person that brought you to the dance. But now here's the thing. When you go into our Facebook group, go into breaking news. Watch that 2-minute video that will bring you up to speed on what we're doing. Next, you should see a video underneath that, or maybe a couple down, that says the perfect invite to wake up now. That's going to go over a script that basically how I'm going to do. And we're not deviating, we're keeping everything simple, but as I'm talking to warm market people, I realize that my new members are going to go ahead and talk to their friends anyway. So we're doing a coaching call, which Queen D will talk to you about in a little bit, but when we're doing our coaching call, we're telling people, the fastest way to get up and running with D3 is to talk to people that you have influence with people that know you. Well, if we're saying that, where is the how-to to that? So what we're doing is providing the how-to. It's going to show you exactly what to say to new members, how to have the posture to effectively talk to them. And it's as simple as I introduce somebody to this, they get started with one, and from there I can immediately put them on this 10-minute training, and within 30 minutes, they have, well, within 20 to 30 minutes of them watching this and applying it and taking notes, they have everything they require to go out there and simply give this information where they can start enrolling people while they're in the background setting up their Simple Freedom system. So just want to put that out there for right now. Not going to go too deep into it because it's the end of the month. We're here to assist you to break ranks right now. This is Operation Popcorn, and our whole intention is to celebrate people breaking D1s, D2s, and D3s and help you crush the end of the month. With that being said, simply I want to go ahead and turn this over to Queen D. Queen D is somebody that is always there, man, around the clock. Awesome supporter, somebody who's got a huge organization, a huge heart, and is on the verge of making a ton of people a ton of money. So with that being said, Queen D, it's yours.
Thanks, Coach. Can you hear me okay?
Absolutely.
Cool. Awesome to be here always. You know, it's quite ironic because just before we started this hangout, I was signing up a dear friend of mine who I've known for years, and we actually did business for a brief period of time a little while ago. Well, it was actually quite a while ago. And for her own personal reasons, she couldn't continue, which in a way turns out to be a blessing because we have something so much better to offer now. But like the coach was saying, this coaching training that we're doing, plus the busting into the warm market for the average person, is the absolute fastest way to get you to where you want to be, and that's D3. That's the foundation for everything that we do here. Nothing happens without D3s. So our focus is to dial our team in, dial them and fine-tune it to the point where they can go out right away, get their 3 people right away, and then on their off hours where they're not, out marketing, sharing information to their their warm market, their friends, their family, people they meet in the street, I don't care, then they can, in their off hours, train, do training, check out the system if that's what they want to do. I mean, some people are doing this completely offline. They're not using systems, but it's something that obviously is going to be there for them later on. But what we're finding, and thank goodness for Coach Armand bringing it up to me, and we did a little mastermind together, and he showed me this information. I just went, wow, this is exactly what we've been looking for. Because here's the deal, guys. We have so many different ways of marketing. We've got online systems, which is awesome. We've got a free system to use. But when we're bringing brand new people, and especially those who are not marketers, they're our friends and family, the last thing they need to see is a system and have to go through a whole whack of training that maybe can be confusing to them. And even marketers, existing network marketers, they come in and sometimes they feel like they have to know all this stuff before they can actually get out there and start marketing what we have to offer. And that's just not the case. It should be the opposite. They should be going out and working their warm market first while they're learning the system, while they're getting some training on, what they want to specialize in as far as marketing goes, whether they want to do offline, do Facebook marketing, paid traffic, whatever it might be. So when this came to light, when Coach shared this with me, I was super excited because it fits perfectly with the leadership coaching that we're doing as well. It's perfect. It works perfectly, and new people can come in and get started right away, like I said. And yeah, I think that's about it. I think that's about all I wanted to share about that particular training. And if I think of something else, I'll come back in later. But right now, I would like to introduce Christina, because I did a leadership coaching with Christina about a week or so ago, I think. And at the time that we did this, she said, wow, that's great, because, this resonates with me so much more than going out and leading with, let's make money. It's a make money deal in a system. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because it has its place, but it just wasn't in her heart to do that. So when we did this leadership coaching, Christina's just she's on fire. I'll let her share her story, but she's on fire with this. and we just had she went through the process just like we shared, and then she got on the phone with me and her prospect before she signed up, and we actually just introduced ourselves and talked a little bit about what her goals and her dreams are and where she's at, and she signed up. Simple as that. It was beautiful. It was elegant. It was simple, and I'll let Christina share how she's making this happen for her now. Go ahead, Christina.
Well, thanks, Dee. And yeah, I had I'm already a D3, so I'm free and all that's fine and good. But I had started building my team, and by the way, my name is Christina Biquette. I live in Estes Park, Colorado, and I've been in network marketing for almost 30 years, and internet marketing 12. I've done many things and not very successfully. So now I'm here, and so glad to be with the Simple Freedom team because I am learning so much, and especially most recently I'm seeing a huge change in my business, and it's wonderful. And it all has to do with the most recent events, with us having this coaching call and me being pointed in a direction that's more comfortable for me. I started out my business here with Wake Up Now, and I was doing okay, but things kind of got slowed down because I started looking at the numbers and thinking of numbers and getting lots of people. I kind of took a step back and started doing it the way that we all used to do it with the other businesses, where you had to build huge teams to make any money. So that kind of got me stuck, because there are ways you can do that, and we've mentioned traffic and things like that, which do work. They work very well, and I thought that's what I wanted to do, because there's a side of me that's very business oriented and very numbers oriented. However, what really works for me is going from the heart and really talking to people one-on-one and talking to them directly. And it's really funny because I'd reached a point just before Dee and I had our conference or our coaching call, where I thought, I got to go back to just working from the heart and just talking to people. And I never thought I would do that, because I wanted to do everything online and not really reaching out and talking to people. But here I am. That's where I was leaning forward to. And what I'm getting at here is, right at the same time, it was based about the same day, as a matter of fact. I'd kind of made this decision, and it was starting seemingly to work, and then we had a call that we were on, and then Dee and I got, after that call, Dee and I got on our own little call, and that became a coaching call, and she directed me toward the training that we now have. That I'm not going to go into the whole thing, but it's got to do with we have particular scripts that can show you using your cell phone, where you can text or send an email or whatever, and get an invite out there really quickly to people and have them respond. And in my conversation with Dee, she was like, "Yeah, we can do this. We can do this with your warm market." I never, ever thought that I was going to go back to my warm market that had become so cold because of all the other things that I've been through. But that's where I'm going now, and that's the people that are popping up. Now today, my friend Linda Doves, who just enrolled, she is a fairly new friend, so she's not seen me with other groups. I met her, and I told her about this opportunity a few months ago, but her life was not ready at all for this to happen, and I'm kind of glad that she didn't get in back when I first talked to her, because just what she has now to be able to use is going to be so beneficial for her to just bop out there and get her 3 immediately and get their 3, and this thing is going to be popping, just just here, that's going to be popping D3s all over the place. So I started using the new approach even after I had used the old approach with her, because I knew she was interested. But I went back. To, well, part of what we're training now is to, we've all read GoPro. Let's go back and read it again. I thought I remembered it all. I thought I didn't need to go back. I thought it was all in there because I know all this stuff. I've been trained in this stuff for years. But there's something about GoPro that really, it just makes it work. So I went back and I went over the chapters that I needed to go over, and somehow that just cemented things inside of me. And so that was a wonderful part right there. And then some of the other trainings that I went to, and then the three-way aspect. I've not really utilized that before in other businesses, but it just seemed so natural and so right, and I immediately, with Linda, asked her if she would like to speak to my sponsor and get her opinion, and she was right on it. And so we had our call, and it ended up in an enrollment. So that's one thing. And then I want to add, and I'll cut this short here, but I wanted to also add that using, and it's specifically using the training that I just have learned with the GoPro, with Franco's Facebook invite, which I was actually using off Facebook. I started going back to my old warm market, some people that are really burnt out with network marketing. I really didn't think they would be interested, but I just used the tools and pointed them, and I've got people that are wanting, asking me to be sure and follow up because they want to talk to me more. So this thing is blowing up. I am so excited because it's working. It's finally working, and that's all I got to say. And because it's working for me, I know it's going to work for other people. And it's not about the numbers. It's not about just signing people up. I am not about signing people up. This stuff that we have, which we're not even talking here about what we have with Wake Up Now, it helps people, but they need to be able to be there and experience it and become enrolled to be able to experience the money aspect, which we all know you got to have money in order to do anything in this life. So that's all I got. If you want to ask me a question, it's easier for me sometimes to answer questions than it is to come up with stuff.
Go ahead, Queen D.
All right, I was just going to pass it over to you there,
Okay.
Coach.
Yeah, I'll let you introduce our next guest.
I'm out.
Okay.
And then
Cool.
we'll come around robin.
Thank you, Christina. That's awesome. I mean, the change in what's going on, and I lost my train of thought the last time, but what I wanted to say was when we first started with Wake Up Now, we didn't have a system, so we were doing this basically word of mouth. And I know Donna, who I'm going to introduce next, probably does a whole lot of warm marketing. Then we got our online system, which was more of a really meant for traffic, I believe, cold traffic. You're bringing strangers into a system and creating a list. Now, if that doesn't mean anything to you who are watching, if you're new, don't worry about it because you don't really need to know that. But for me anyways, personally, and I think other people might feel the same way, that there became a disconnect between Simple Freedom and the system and Wake Up Now. So we sort of kind of got away from Wake Up Now and what it has to offer, and actually really sharing that. At least I did, because I was so focused on the system and getting people through the system and getting people through the training, and we were all wrapped up in getting our traffic and all that kind of stuff. So again, when this came up, it was like a breath of fresh air to me, because it brought me back to where I needed to be, and it also through this this most recent training brought my whole team back to where they're feeling a whole lot more comfortable. So I'll pass it over to you, Donna. Share with us some of your success with the warm market if you're actually using that, because I believe you are, and I know you're having great success. And yeah, just come on out and share what's going on with you right now.
Can you hear me, Dee? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you? Okay. Okay. Well, thanks for having me on again, Dee. I really appreciate you inviting me. As far as the warm market, that's been my heart, but I've been working more in the group that Dustin had us create, and that's where I've been getting most of my my prospects and my leads and people getting curious. And my more interaction with people was within the group. And I've never, I mean, I was spamming all the other groups because that's what I was trained in my last opportunity, was to go into the other groups. But the last couple weeks I've been wanting to go back to my warm market, but I didn't know what to say to them. So I'm anxious to get back in there and find out, you know, what it is that we've got now for the warm market. But I've never really had a team before until Wake Up Now and Simple Freedom, and I actually have a team to work with, and they're working hard. But you know what I found this past week was when I post on Facebook and I post my Wake Up Now link, I don't know whether they go in there. I don't know whether, you know, there's nothing to follow up with. But when I put my Simple Freedom link in there, then, and they come in, then I've got their email and I've got their phone number. So I've been bouncing towards, you know, with both of them to see which one best fits. But I do like the Simple Freedom link because I have something to follow up with now. Where before they might go into Wake Up Now, but then I never know if they did, and I never, you know, don't have anything to go back to. So, but the group where, you know, you invite people in, and then, and I was thinking at first doing the group that I shouldn't just bombard them real quick with giving them that free system. But then I called Dustin up and we were talking and masterminding, and Dustin said, no, you want to immediately, as soon as you bring them into the group, you immediately send them that free gift while it's on their minds, you know, just when they first join, because then it makes them feel important because you're showing them attention and giving them something upon their immediate joining the group. So I started doing that, and I've got people actually, they haven't, you know, went into Wake Up Now yet, but I've got them corresponding back to me and, you know, building that relationship, and I've never had that before. Never. So that's what I'm excited about. But I do want to get with my warm market because I've got a lot of warm market people, and I don't know how to, you know.
Well, that's exactly what we're going to show you how to do, and that's exactly the purpose of this hangout, because it's just for our team, right?
Right.
The other stuff, we know it's working. We've been doing that, and that's great. So now we're going to bring it back to center. Now we're going to have a balance so that, like you said, people want to go out there and they want to talk to their friends and family because you're excited about what you have, right?
Absolutely.
But how do you approach them? So Donna, I offer you I will definitely hook up with you, and I can do that coaching call with you,
Okay.
and we'll set that up, as soon as you can, and definitely go back into the D3 group, like Coach Armand
Yes.
said, and go and check out that stuff that we put in there, because it's powerful. It's working. It's working
Yes.
for us. So
And
awesome.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Donna. Well, pass it back over to you, Coach.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And there's one thing, Donna, that you said, you desire to talk to people, and a lot of the new individuals are going to be like that too, but if they don't have exact cookie cutter what to say, with the posture and how to say it, with I'm all in on this deal, with language that you're going to learn in that video, it's going to make a huge difference, and they're going to be able to go out from getting signed up to going out and talking to people in 30 minutes, as opposed to taking 2, 3, 4, 5 days going through a system. But they'll be going through the system in the background. They can immediately go out there, and this is going to help us to double our team and triple our team in less than half the time by doing this. And there was a video by John Blaze earlier, kind of alluding to the same fact. So you're absolutely correct. And I just want to say for everybody, we're not switching to play. It's still the same game plan. When it comes to marketing, only by engaging will you learn what marketing that works for you. Like I like using the value hustle, Facebook hustle. You might choose to do paid marketing. We have it all here, and we teach you on how to do that. But you're only going to find out what your strength is by going into action. You might try something and say, well, you know what? I think I like warm market a little bit better. Well, guess what? We have that. And for our new team members, the only thing we're doing is to slow the lag time, meaning the time it takes. This is specifically for warm market individuals. We still have the Simple Freedom system. It's still there. We're not viewing away from it unless you choose to go to all warm market. But what we're basically doing, and what I'm going to personally do, is for my warm market individuals, I'm simply going to utilize the perfect invite that we're talking about, bring them in the system, bring them to Wake Up Now, get them signed up, and then from there, I'm going to say, hey, and then I'm with Simple Freedom. We have a system that can help you with the training and getting up to speed, but I'm going to plug them right into the perfect invite, get them started, and then look to pop them D3, because as they're popping D3, believe you me, it's going to speed them up or increase their attention for wanting to go through the Simple Freedom system and becoming leaders quicker, easier, and faster than what we're doing. So we're just keeping it simple, and sometimes it takes a little bit more courage to keep it even a little bit more simple. But when you see a gap and you tell somebody to do something, hey, go out and talk to your friends, but then you don't show them how to talk to their friends, what can you expect? I can't fault you. I have to sit back and fault me. So I have to look for a way to present that out there and mastermind with D on how we can get this information out there. So D, anything else anybody would like to add? I appreciate your time and attention. I'm ready to get back out there and continue crushing this month.
No, I think that about wraps it up. I just maybe just address what Donna said, about the system. That's great. You share that link and you get a lead, and you've got a lead, and you can follow up with them. Well, the warm market is a little different process. Obviously, there is a process, and the follow-up is just, it's a relationship. You're talking to people one-on-one, whether it's Facebook, on the phone, whatever, and you're setting up an appointment for a follow-up. So it's a lot more hands-on. It's very, very powerful. It's working, obviously. We're pretty excited about it. So yeah, let's wrap it up and get back to work.
Absolutely. And I want to share one more thing, because you just reminded me of something.
Okay.
When we're talking about warm market, people I'm going to encourage everybody. In this video, it's going to talk about when you touch bases with them on the phone, typing, texting, Facebook, that's great, and I'm not telling you not to do that. But to get predictable and quicker results, in my opinion only, it's talking about picking up the phone, calling them, and if they're open, going and physically, if you can drive to them and follow the play that's there, because there's a video that you will take them to that's a 9-minute video. So that's with warm market. If you're dealing with warm market that is somewhere else, well, simply you can do a Google Hangout with them. You can run it with them over the phone as if you're right there. So I just wanted to kind of go into it a little bit, but not too much. Watch the video and when you watch the video, it's going to be crystal clear to you. If not, feel free to call us up. We'll definitely connect with you or whoever brought you to the dance. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Go ahead, Queen D.
No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
Cheers. All
Okay,
good.
awesome.
Thank you.
So thank you. It's time to crush this month. My name is Coach Armand. It's August 27th, Wednesday. This has been the Operation Popcorn Special Edition end of the month hangout. Watch those videos, go out and crush, and know that we're fighting to free you. Have a great one. See you on the next one.
I'm excited.
All right.